Welcome to the second video. So in our previous video we looked at how to create a new product, and we indicated that creating a new product is necessary if the product doesn't exist on the system. Now in this video we are going to look at how to manage your stock, how to add new stock into the system, and how to manage the stock trail. So let's begin. All right, so we will start with stock management. So under inventory and stock, I'll go to stock management. Now the stock management provides an overview of your stock. When you come to the stock management or the managed stock, you are going to see the health status of your stock, whether your stocks are balancing or not balancing. Ideally, your stock has to balance, and the remaining amount must be equal to what is available at the physical stock or what is available at the store. Okay, so over here we can see that all our stocks, our products have a balance status. Now balance status means that your current stock, which is your total remaining, that is the remaining inventory or the remaining stock that you have at the shop, is equal to the total quantity that you've added onto the system so far minus your total sales. So as you can see, let's take this one, women shampoo. Our total quantity is 119. When you subtract the total sales, which is 83, from 119, you are going to get 36. So that means that our stock is balancing. Now the system has a feature called the auto validation. This auto validation ensures that your stocks are always accurate based on the total sales or the sales record and the total quantities of products added on the system. So that is about the stock management or the stock overview. Now let's look at the stock trail. What the stock trail means. Now let's say today I brought 2 shampoo and then added to the system. So let's say currently our remaining shampoo total remaining is 36 for women shampoo. If tomorrow I bring another 20 and add to the 36, my stock is going to move to 56. If I bring, let's say in the next 2 days, I bring, or my suppliers bring, let's say additional 20, my total remain or the current stock will move to 76. Now that individual stock records is recorded in what we call the stock trail. So when you go to the stock trail, the system is going to give you a list of your stocks for the products. So when I look for women shampoo, I am going to see all the individual stocks that I have added for women shampoo on the system. Okay, so let's go to the stock trail. Now I'm not going to leave this page. I'm going to maintain this page and then do this. I'll duplicate this page. So I'll click here and then click duplicate. Then I'll come home over here and then go to the stock trail. So I'm going to search for women shampoo. All right, so as you can see, the system is giving me a list of individual stocks for women shampoo. So on the 23rd August, I added 9, and the total remain for the 9. That is the 9 I added. All of the 9 is sold. And then on 23rd, I brought 30. I added 30. The 30 is also sold. So as you can see, it's listed from the current. It's listed from the old to the new. So the new record is always the one at the bottom. Okay. All right. So this is how the stock trail looks. So over here, you can have an idea of the stocks that you've added for a particular product, and that helps in in auditing your stocks. Okay. Now let's look at something here. Now on the UBS software, we use the first in first out approach in handling sales. So what it means is that the system always sells what you bring first. That is why when you look at the record, the old records are sold out. So the system will sell the old stocks before coming to the new. So as you can see, this is the recent 28th August. So as you can see, I added 30 and then it remains 30. So out of the 30, none has been sold. But when you look at the previous records, all of them are sold out. Okay, so that is the stock trail. All right, now let me come back to manage stock, and then let's look at how you can add new stock for a product. So let's take this women shampoo. Supposing today I've received new stock from my suppliers. Now there are two main ways you can add new stock into the system. You can do it directly, and then you can also do it through purchasing and supply. So directly means that I will come to the stock management that is over here, and then I will select the product I want to add the new stock for. So in this case, women shampoo. So all that I'll do is I'll click women shampoo and then click add new, and then I'll enter the quantity I want to add to women shampoo. So let's say I want to add 20, so I'll put the 20 here, and then I will click add new stock. So as you can see, now women shampoo is remaining, the total is 136, and then it is remaining 56. So that is how you can add new stock on the UBS platform, or you can add stock for a product. All right, now let me go over again. So I'm going to add another new stock for Max shampoo. So I'll select it here, the checkbox, and then click add new, and then I'll enter the number of quantity the new stock. So let's say 100. Now let's say at the time of adding this new stock, maybe the cost price have changed. So let's say the cost price have moved from 30 cedis to, let's say, 40 cedis, and because of that, it is also going to affect my selling price. So let's say the selling price is also moving from 50 to, let's say, 70 cedis. So if that is the case, then you make those changes over here. Okay, then I'll click add stock. Okay, so as you can see, Max shampoo is now, total is now 200, and then total remaining is 200. So as sales is going on, you will see that the total remain will be reducing until it gets to 0, but the total quantity will remain, to show you that for Max shampoo you've added a total of 200 to the system. Okay, Now let's look at stock balances, how to check daily stock balances. Now the UBS supports daily open and then closing balance. So let's say your shop starts at 8 a.m. and then close at 6 p.m. So 8 a.m. when you open the shop, the system automatically records your opening balance. So let's say today, Max Shampoo, as I am beginning today, my opening balance is, let's say, 200. So the system will record it. And then when you are closing, let's say I close at 6, at the time of closing, the system will also record the closing balance for the day. So let me show you how to check those records. So to do that, you come to filter stock balance, you click this drop down, you can choose all products, then you select the date. So let's say I want to see as at, let's say yesterday, my stock balances. Then I'll click search records. So the system will display that information for you. It will give you the product, the opening balance, and the closing balance, and then the closing value. The closing value is the current quantity, that is the current stock, multiplied by the selling price. That gives you the closing value. Okay, this helps you a lot in also auditing your stock on a day-to-day basis. And I must say that the UBS is excellent. It's one of the best software, especially when it comes to stock management. We've implemented a lot of features to ensure that your stock balances are always accurate. Okay, so I'm going to end here and then continue with the next video. So in the next video, we will look at how to add new stock through purchasing and supply. All right, so thank you for watching this video.